4. See, I can count. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. 1. Go.
Are you finished?
Yes.
Hello everyone, it's great to see you, and I do hope that you are well. Welcome back to the Monday Club, the greatest live streaming UK-based model railway show, and we're here for everyone, totally inclusive. Don't accept a Temu substitute, have the real deal. It's great to see you. We've been away at the Doncaster Festival of British Railway Modelling over the weekend on the 8th and 9th of February at Doncaster Racecourse. It's actually one of my favourite shows put on by BRM, and definitely the place to go if you're wanting to get bargain bits and pieces.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I mean, in terms of being able to just go and rummage through boxes and boxes of stuff.
You love rummaging through a box of stuff.
I do. And this is something actually which afflicts some exhibitions where all of the retailers are trying to sell you the newest releases. They're all at the same price. There's no rummage. There's no joy of the hunt. And Doncaster really does buck that trend. There were so many traders with so much second-hand, lots of nostalgia there. I've shared some of the posts on the Facebook group.
My God, the amount of double-o, I was amazed.
Absolutely. But I'm going to share with you today some of my bargain pickups. And we're going to be talking about does this hobby need to be expensive? And this comes up time and time again. I hear so many people complaining about the cost of new models, and we're going to show you that actually buying stuff for your model railway doesn't need to break the bank.
Yes.
So we've got plenty of people in. Going to the Dogs, Chihala Valley Rail Productions, Richard Knowles, Flymachair 1, Hillside Junction, Mike Lane TT120, Iron Horse Railways.
The Iron Horse
Peachy
is here.
TT120, Dave Scott Railways, Caroline Rogers, RG Models 86, PM Motorsport Trains, J. Paul Anderson, John Penny, Andy Fryers Junction, Awesome Bricks, Simon Pitcher, Evening to You, Jordan Hunter, Dean Fielding, Anthony Nell, Vicky Lawless, Peter Jackson, Gidle Heath, Harry Shackleton, Harry Sedgwick, Richard Brighton. It's great to see the bright one in. Ben Tullett, Ravenheart, Gauge Journey, Ron Lyons at Model Railways, Warbler Productions. Great to see you back. We did miss you last week, so it's really
Our
great.
aim is getting better, and we have a message from Ravenheart saying it's my birthday today. Can I get a shout out from Gandalf?
Oh.
Happy birthday to you, squash tomatoes and stew, bread and butter in the gutter. Happy birthday to you. And also, yes, of course you can have a shout out, Ravenheart. Hello there, and happy birthday.
Also, we've got Chris Eden Green, Dinmore Junction Model Railway. We've got Chobberton Junction, Southern Train Girl, 3B Rail, Wendigo Express, B2000 RO, Toys Channel, Luke Craig, Phil Metcalf, Patrick Ling. There's a huge turnout tonight. It's sure to be a popular show. What would you
very
like?
Big congratulations to Iron Horse.
Yes. If you haven't already seen Iron Horse Railway's video, he did make a sneaky little announcement in there, so you'll be seeing a lot more of Iron Horse. He has managed to sidle to the other side of the velvet rope. So he'll be working with DCC Concepts.
Whether they like it or not.
Yes. So if you do
Congratulations!
So if you do go up and visit DCC Concepts, then be sure to test the air quality before you go. No, we're just joking with you. Anyway, roll VT.
Welcome to the Monday Club, your online model rail club for all the news, gossip, layout tours and more, with your host, broadcaster and model maker, Jennifer Kirk.
The Monday Club is proudly sponsored by TMC, the Model Centre. Check them out at themodelcentre.com. The website features extensive stocks of new models as well as selective pre-owned items where you can track down that bargain you've always wanted. Pre-order with confidence all of the forthcoming models from all the manufacturers. TMC also offer a renumbering and renaming service so you can get the exact identity of locomotive that you want. Why not also check out their value weathering, or go for something incredibly special with their bespoke service where you can choose from a more extensive weathered look right through to custom graffiti either off the peg or to a design of your choice. Check out TMC today at themodelcentre.com and start your model journey. So we are back, and a huge thank you to TMC, the Model Centre, who sponsor the show, keep the lights on here, but also hosted us for a live stream over on the TMC YouTube channel, which we did on Saturday.
And a big thanks to them for doing that, because that was an incredible experience.
It was, yeah, and I think the live streams from shows go down really well. If you worried it was a bit jerky at the start, we're trying to get uploaded the recorded version of the show without all the juddering, which we tracked the source down to Howard at TMC, was uploading a video, quite blissfully unaware that it was absolutely crucifying the bandwidth, but we did get to the bottom of that.
Can I just say one thing to Howard? I kept that a secret all weekend, and then you come to the show and just blab it like a blabby blabber who blabs.
I didn't. But also, yeah, a few people, thank you so much. Hillside Junction says just ordered the Crimson Monday Club badge. We've got a link pinned at the top. The Crimson badges, I know a lot of people have been asking about these. They are now on sale. So it's the third batch of the Monday Club badges. It really is an honour that you guys are supporting this. And a big thank you to all of the retailers and also Preserved Railways and museums and such like, who are also supporting it with a discount scheme whereby if you reward them and give them your custom, then they will reward you. And also we've got hopefully some good news in the next few weeks about two more big retailers who, fingers crossed, are going to be joining that scheme.
Yes, we need to cross some fingers and some toes and some butts.
No, come on. Behave yourself.
Have you never crossed butts before?
No, somewhere. For some reason, why is all the way? I keep like. It's like.
You can't prod me. You'd have to just.
Wait, there, I had. Where is the other one?
Gandalf's got it.
I keep. I have
Gandalf's
it, and
been
then
using it to prod biscuit barrels.
Yeah, well, I can still. There. See.
No,
see, Gandalf,
my one weekness.
Gandalf, I want my pointy thing back.
Oh, I don't know about that.
So, also don't forget, pick up your Monday Club wagons. We are getting low on those, as a lot of people purchase them, and actually, I felt so honoured. I kept getting asked to sign Monday Club wagon boxes at the show, and actually some people brought in previous Monday Club wagons for us to sign as well. So really,
it's a weird experience.
And a lot of people as well wearing the merch. So I hope people looked out for Do You DMU, Gronk It Up, and Billy's Replacement speakers.
They do seem to be very popular.
All featured at the show.
And not just by what I was wearing.
No, definitely. It was great to meet so many great people. Now, also,
I do have some more plans for some extra merch. I want to put this past you. I've had requests for a Do You EMU, possibly including an emu actually driving the locomotive.
Okay, yes.
And Gronkymon, gotta shunt 'em all.
Yes, we could do that. Anthony Hill says, Jenny, just wanted to say a massive thank you for having a sit-down chat with me. Zoe's a diamond too. Absolutely, yes.
You're welcome.
And I am looking forward to seeing that video when you put it out.
I do have to say, when people seem so happy and grateful that you sat down and say, guys, we're not here to try and be the big I am or anything like that.
No.
You can just come and talk to us as people. We're fine with that.
Absolutely. We're here for the community.
Yeah, this is your club.
This is all about promoting the best hobby in the world. So, also, JL Railways very, very kindly
my goodness.
gave me a present during the show. So I'm going to move over to the Jablite Mountain Cam because one of them is there. He gave me an Oxford diecast Land Rover, which apparently is a dead ringer for their Land Rover. It's an 88-inch Series 1. So we've put that in the spot where we normally put stuff. And thank you so much for that. And also, very, very kindly, I believe they gave the Cupboard Monkey some bits and pieces.
I will show them in a moment.
But they also very, very kindly gave me a Rapido brake fan. These are actually really nice. They've got the full interiors as well.
You do love the brake fans.
And this is the AA20 Toad Hereford Barton Great Western Grey large logo, number 114756. So thank you so much for that. Really, really pleased. And these are great models. I'm actually going to open it up live on air.
Live unboxing.
Yeah.
Shall I bring up the big camera?
You can do.
Watch this.
Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of my pickups, but these are really, really great. I'm going to turn an extra light on just to give us a bit more light.
Oh, no. Bright light, bright light.
So the background will go a bit washed out, but you'll be able to see the stuff in the foreground that I'm showing off to you. So there we are. Thank you, JL Railways. These are lovely, lovely wagons, and the roofs are held on.
It already.
The roofs are held on by magnets, so you can see
Jen.
It's got a full interior. I really do like them. When we actually did a review on these, I really was quite impressed. Now, they also very kindly gave the Cupboard Monkey some bits and pieces. So go on then, Monkey.
So what I have here is a 12-ton southern ventilated van in N-gauge. You know I like my N-gauge.
Oh, that's
and it's
nice.
really nice. I'm going to get this out of the box as well.
Yeah, but also you got an Oxford diecast tram.
I did.
You love your trams.
I love my trams. So there we are.
Yeah, you also, who was it who gave you the other tram? What's it?
Oh my goodness.
Peter Jackson
Cheadle Heath, yes.
Peter
my
Jackson
goodness.
Cheadle Heath. Oh my word, thank you so
wonderful-
much. Richard Brighton very, very kindly donated £5 on the Super Duper chat. Thank you so much. Says suggestions for powerful air fresheners gratefully received for our sales office. I may need to invest in nose plugs.
You'll be fine. Just don't feed them after midnight.
I think what you actually need is just I don't know, spritz the whole room round with manure, and then that will be the overpowering smell. And
yes, Peter Jackson, it was him. It says the Belgian tram, and it's beautiful. And for some reason, you haven't brought it up with all the other stuff, so
why would I? And let's see what else. And we do jest. I know that Craig is getting really fed up of us joking about this. He puts a smile and a brave face on it, but we are actually being quite mean.
And then he tries to get you to choke to death while he's making jokes.
No.
While we're on the way home, he was making so many jokes that you were practically dead.
No, it's we do jest, but we tease because we love.
Yes.
And anyway, in terms of other bits and pieces, hello to you there, Norton Hill. Great to see you. But right, anywho.
Hang on, was that someone that was late? Gandalf?
Oh, hold on. Let me. Oh no! I've pulled my finger off.
Oh, that's good. A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
You're welcome.
New Model Railway says keep an emergency jar of Vicks Vapor Rub to hand. Castle Hill Light Railway, evening to you as well. And Retro Ramble says, did you hear the news of Rails of Sheffield opening a shop in the Sheffield railway station? Yes. So
that's actually quite a smart idea.
It's a cunning idea, and it also means this is something that DCC Concepts do offer at Settlers, that you can order your stuff for collection at the railway station. So if you're passing through on a train,
that is amazing.
It means you can pick up your goodies en route. Iron Horse Railways, yeah. Hey, Pluto! Wendigo Expresses, yeah, makes sense. And it really does show rails are going from strength to strength. Now,
yes.
I'm going to show off some of my other acquisitions from the show. And it just goes to show there was so much stuff.
before we do,
And-
because I've got this out already,
Okay.
can I show what I picked up?
Okay,
Now,
go on.
This is a demonstration of just how cheap this hobby can be. And by cheap, I mean the British version, not the American version.
Yeah.
Cheap as in good stuff, but low
Yeah,
price.
as in low price, bargain price.
This is my N-gauge diorama
N-gauge.
type of layout. So
Yeah,
I'm just going to
yeah.
adjust this.
Mm.
So here we are. You
So
can
this is the
just
box
about
file.
see it.
That the Cupboard Monkey
There's
has
so
been...
many people that are going to... All the rivet counters are going to hate the fact that this is a British layout with an American train
What you
on
got
it.
there? A GP35 or something?
So, what I've got here are two... that
Oh,
I-
you picked those up at the
show.
yeah.
Two little trucks.
What did you actually pay
Two
for
wagons.
them?
And they're diorama wagons, and together they cost me £7.
Yeah, and they've got the doors actually
Doors are
opened
modelled
and
open.
posed. So you can see there the door is actually...
And it's true on both, although one has fallen off. I'm going to super glue it back
one
on.
does need a bit of TLC.
It's just one of those things when things are getting home, it gets pushed around. But this is the layout as it stands right now. Later on, Jen is going to be explaining to me how to safely and securely ballast this so that
we're
the
gonna
points
do some
still work.
We're going to do live ballasting on this N-gauge layout.
And this does work.
And can I just
The
say
layout
as well,
does work.
we will be using one of my favourite products for this. This is Deluxe Materials Ballast Bond, which I know a lot of people go, oh, you just need watered down PVA. But in all honesty with you, if you want a great job done first time, every time, it's worth spending that little bit extra for the right stuff.
And yet, these are Metcalfe. All of the buildings are Metcalfe except for this one, which I believe is Pico.
But I want to share with you as well some of the other bargains. In fact, I've
So I'm
forgotten
going
to
move
bring
this
up.
now.
Forgotten to bring up some of the Hornby 00. I was really
Where
actually.
will I find it? Because I've got to go and get the other thing.
No,
for me.
it's, don't worry about it. But I picked up £2 for a pristine Hornby 00 maroon horse box, and this is interesting. This is sort of cast resin as far as we can tell.
I picked this up for a
Two-piece.
£5. Now this is. I don't
It's
know
like
whether it's all gauge or not. Can I stand it?
No, that's not O gauge. That is 00.
double O. I mean,
So this is 00.
I've got a guy that I painted last week in it.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah.
that's on his head.
He just about fits.
Just about. He'd be banging his head in there. But painted up, this is going to be quite an interesting feature. I think I might appropriate this for
You
the...
can try because it's going into my war games as a movable piece of terrain.
Okay.
It's going to. I have
Can we have the camera down just a little bit because we're kind of slightly
I have
off
what's
the
the
off the screen. Yeah, it's a World War II bunker. Ivo Van Zandt.
It is. It's a World War II bunker, and it has a removable.
What is it now?
top.
Artillery
It's
bunker.
an artillery or mortar
Artillery.
bunker.
So, really
And you take
interesting.
the top
actually.
off so you can move people
And
around it.
how much was this?
£5.
£5. Come on, people! You don't have to break the bank with some of these great things that you can get. So this
and I'll
was
talk to you about what Craig and I were discussing as well after.
Uh-huh.
But basically, this is going into my. I have what's called Airfix Battles. It's a great starter war game, and this stuff. It's all set in World War II. The Airfix Battles. This is going to be part of that.
SHGP Media says, is that from Skytrax? Do you know what the name of the shop was that you got it from?
I wish I did because I paid in cash, so I don't have a. I don't have a reference on my phone, and I can't find the receipt in the big bags that we brought back. Well, I couldn't be happier. That's like the moment I saw it,
Octagonal
I needed
pillbox
it.
sounds like something you buy at Boots. says Patrick Malone. Okay, but yeah, absolutely Iron Horse Railways. Get yourself to a show. Get rummaging. Now, I got this from Sawyer Models, and this is one actually that I've been looking for quite some time. And this again is something that these shows are great for. Models that you may have missed the first time round. I got the second release of this. It was a special from Erith Model Railway Society. So you can see there, 38-375Z. I've actually got 38-375Y, which was the one that they released after this. So there's 8-ton ventilated band, Shepherd Neiman Company, and it was their 50th anniversary wagon. And I got this from Sawyer Models, who incidentally you can use your Monday Club pin badge discount with. Just show it in person at time of purchasing. And I'm really pleased with this because I've got the weathered one, and this has proved incredibly elusive. And would you believe it? There were two at the show. I actually saw one on another stand as well, and it came with a certificate. So this is number 150 of 504. For some reason, Bachmann always do 504. It must be something to do with the packaging that they have. That's the divisible number that just fits perfectly into all of the shipping boxes. So I'm going to get it out of the box. I'm going to try and put the packaging back in, actually, so it doesn't get damaged. There we go. We just got that in. Bish bash bosh. Ah, come on. There we go. So I'm going to put that down out of the way over there. And this is the Bachmann. I think this was actually the Eleanor fruit van that this is based upon. I'm so pleased. Andy Fryer's Junction says it was £10. Yeah, so there you can't say fairer than that. £10. That's probably actually less than what it cost when it was new. So, you know, there's some really great bargains out there to be had. Now, moving over to Frizinghall Model Railways, I picked up this as well. You can see it was once upon a time a Model Zone exclusive, and it's one that I never got back in the day. And I can also say that I did see quite a few Model Zone exclusives second-hand across all the different stands. You can see here, I don't think this has probably ever been out of the box. It's in really good condition. So you can see there, 37-950Y, and this is the set of 3 weathered conflats. And I bought this from Frizinghall Models, and I paid £30 for it. Again, which is probably less than what they cost when they were new. Ben Tullett says, I always find wagons that I missed or look great. I'm going to try and find the fun Hornby, the Polo, Tango, 7-Up, Pepsi and Kit Kat wagons. Might try to find the Duracell one as well. Absolutely. So I'm just going to take this out of the box. This was actually from quite late on. And I hope that's not the naughty herbal tobacco. This looks to be unsmoked tobacco of some green description coming out there. But this doesn't appear to have ever particularly been opened. And I'm really pleased to have grabbed this. These are actually really, really good wagons from Bachmann. The conflats, I've got quite a lot of them. But 3 of these in a box for £30, £10 each. I mean, you can't be robbed at that. I mean, I think that this set probably even back in the day, you were probably paying $39.99, something like that. I'm trying to get the packaging back together. There we go. So move that down there. So it's got the separate BD containers. And then we've got the 3 weathered. These are factory weathered conflats. I think these actually have been on a layout. Yeah, there is evidence that they've been run actually. But these are, for me, an absolute bargain. So all 3 of them different running numbers. That ends in 179. That one ends in 778. Yeah, so they're all 3 of them different running numbers. And it's a great addition to the collection. Now, everybody knows that I love my Gronks, so yeah, I've been hunting around, and it's safe to say I found a few Class 08s that I didn't already have. So I'm going to get the boxes. I've been DCC fitting these earlier today. So we start with the Sports Gronk. This was from AGR Model Railways. Again, another, yes, not a cult. Hashtag not a cult for legal and tax purposes. This was from AGR Model Railways, and they actually had quite a few Class 08s at bargain prices. I think I paid £70 for this. This, again, was a Model Zone exclusive. So they had 2 of these on the stand. Yeah, there we are. Model Zone exclusive, mainline class 09. £70. And they had 2 of these. And for anybody who thinks all the bargains go on the first day, that is not the case. They actually had the second one of these was still there on the Sunday morning. I saw it when I went past. They had the Cotswold Rail one as well for the same price, which, if that's your sort of thing, really is a great deal. And I do love the Hornby 08s because they are a lot easier to actually get either, well, for sound fitting, these are a doddle. But I fitted this with a AE models. Actually, no, it's a Zen Black 8-pin decoder, and the largest of the AE Stay Alives has gone into there really, really easily. So 09019 mainline livery. I would have overlooked this. I remember this being for sale at Model Zone back in the day. So there you are, another good close up to that. And I remember just overlooking it, and then, of course, sadly, the Model Zone went bust, and, you know, we lost the really good high street presence. Now, these two, to the untrained eye, are pretty much identical. There are differences, and the whole point of that is there's a lot of very subtle differences with different gronks. So I've got 03375. I'm going to show that to you there now. This is a Bachmann 08, and I'm trying to remember, I think this was actually DCC fitted. Again, I paid £70, but it's DCC fitted, and I'm normally of the opinion, if you're buying a model that's been aftermarket DCC fitted, then assume it's going to be a junk decoder that you have to replace. But actually, I scored on this. It's got a lens decoder, so it's actually a pretty good runner as is. Now, I also got 087, what number is that? 748. So this, again, another Bachmann 08, just immediately before they all went DCC ready. So I had to hardwire that. It's dead easy to do. So that one was 32-102. Come on, focus, silly camera. There we go. 32-102B. I had a hit list of about 11 gronks that I was after, and finding 2 of them was pretty good. So also got 32-111A. This is the hinge door type. So one's without hinge door, the other is with hinge doors. And as you can see on the box, proudly proclaimed DCC ready. So I'm really pleased with these. As you all know, I do love my gronks. And to come away with a haul of 3 of these is pretty impressive. That's well, I'd forgotten completely about the sports gronk in mainline. So that was in addition to the 11 that I was looking for.
So I got you a good deal with that one by getting it as your birthday present.
Absolutely, and of course,
Peter Jackson.
Can I?
Go on, you go for it.
I'll just say as well, I got them. One of the shops that I got them from, AGR Model Railways. They accept the Monday Club badge for the discount as well. So, you know, not only were these at a great price, but you can use your discount to get an even better discount. And of course, yeah, don't forget from the merch, you can get your Billy's replacement speakers mug. I think
always
we also
going for it, always selling.
Do You DMU is also out there as well. You can basically get all of the stuff you can get as a hoodie and a t-shirt. We do have available as mugs as well.
Peter Jackson, this is the tram that you gave me, and it is an absolute beauty.
It's a really nice looking tram. It's actually Belgian.
Yes,
but,
from Bruges.
I have to say, it reminds me a lot of some of the American trams as well. I suspect that you know, if the design works, why not?
I just love the streamlining on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too strong. It's not too streamlined, but it's classy.
Classy.
And also, as I was there, this was £10 for the 2.
Peter
the
Jackson.
British Tram and North East Tramways.
You do love your trams.
I do love my trams.
I mean, that just shows how it's in mint condition. But look, this is what's that? 5 shillings
Yeah.
That's how old this is. But look, it's mint, absolutely mint. And this was the stand next to where we were doing the live stream.
Camelot, I believe it was.
Camelot. It's only a model. And they're trams of the northeast. That's sort of like home for you. But I'm going to move these away. We've got a lot to get through, so I'm going to give that back to you.
And I'm going to cuddle it and love it.
Now, I've also started work. I got these from Sawyer Models, who very, very kindly put these aside for me. Some 009 track. Now, we're going to be doing some rebuilding on Myneth tattoos, so it's always handy to get some point work, and I also got some flexi track as well. I'm not going to show you that. Everybody knows what flexi track looks like. So we've got a couple of 009 Streamline Electrofrog points. That's for part of the rebuilding of Myneth tattoos. And of course, popped in by Warworld Scenics. Again, you can use your Monday Club badge for discount there. And picked up a whole load of 6mm static grass.
And I'll tell you now, if they'd had their one specific thing that I really wanted to get, the round baseboard they do, I'd have had that.
Yeah,
they didn't.
And also, I want to try an experiment with tree and bush scatter. What is it?
Chestnut.
Yeah, so this is actually, I'm going to use this underneath. This is like the detritus on the ground. So again, Monday Club badges, we've got a pinned link at the top for the new maroon ones. Do get them ordered. They're selling pretty well, it must be said. Now, I'm sure there was something else I was supposed to show. Or have I done everything?
I think you might have done everything. That's all I can see here.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right.
Well done.
So, if you want to bring the view back up.
Am I Viewmaster?
Yes, you are Viewmaster. So there we go. Some of the bargains that were picked up at the show. And it just goes to show there's some great deals out there. I did also get, actually, as a present for my father, a Southern Railway tin plate Hornby 00 ventilated van. Now, back in the day, my father and I collected Hornby 00. Really, really was our thing. It was my childhood. And that was the one tin plate wagon that we never got. It was totally elusive.
So you managed to get the one that got away.
Yeah, £50. It was on the standout. And with Monday Club discount, made it 45. So really, really pleased with that. And there was so much on offer. Anorax Anonymous as well. Got to give them a mention.
Gerald, that's the one you haven't shown.
Gerald. Yeah, Gerald is downstairs.
Yes.
I named the Hornby 00 horse box. There is a sad little story. It made me upset. I'm an animist, which basically means I ascribe personalities to physical objects. But I had an overwhelming emotional response to seeing it in a rummage box. And tin plate gets hideously damaged so easy. If it's just rummaged together, it will be scratched and destroyed. And it was tucked in the corner of the box, and it just, I saw it in mint condition in the rummage box for £2, and I could just hear the little voice in my head going, save me from a fate worse than being scratched to death. And so I bought it. And I don't actively collect Hornby 00 anymore. I got the ventilated fan for my father. Really, really great deal on that from one of the stands. But I got this other one from a different stand, actually. There's just so much on offer. Now, it didn't matter what you were looking for. Oh, thank you so much, JL Railways. Very kindly donated $4.99 on the Super Chat. Says, hey, Jenny and Zoe, great meeting at the weekend. I hope you enjoy your rolling stock. Sorry, only just got back.
Wow.
We've just shown this
A
minute.
Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, not regardless of when they just get back. Nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. So there we are. Excuse me. So lots and lots of bargains, and it's slowly circling back to what we were saying. The topic for tonight's video: the hobby doesn't need to be expensive, because quite frankly, if you step back from all of the brand new releases, there's a lot of very affordable stuff out there. And one of the things actually you and Iron Horse were talking about,
Yes.
that on, I think it was Cheltenham Model Centre stand,
There
they
were
had
a few,
lot
but yes, Cheltenham was the big one.
they had a lot of US outline
Yeah.
stuff, really, really cheap. And, not like garbagey toy-like stuff.
No, this stuff was
It
good.
was good stuff. And this is what I said about last week, that actually US outline stuff bought second-hand in the UK can be actually very, very cheap. And this is perhaps a top tip for people in the US, where I assume that is the principal thing that gets modelled, that actually you can try and re-import it back to the States, and you may find that you're paying less than you would buying it in the States.
Not just that, but I want to actually do something here as a comparison.
Mhm.
Craig and I worked this out. You can get, at some of these shows, we saw perfect working condition, good runners of American HO stuff. So this isn't tiny, this is HO.
Mhm.
American locomotives, £35 each. There were bags of 3, even 4 wagons, 30 quid each. If you spend £100, including the scatters and whatever you need, you can build a railway for £100, an American railway.
Yeah. Oh, so there we are. Iron Horse Railway says a Mishima motored SD40 for £42.
Yeah.
But further down as well, OO Gauge Journey says, I've just picked up a Class 66 Freightliner DCC sound boxed for 85.
Yeah.
£85 is less than what you'd pay for the decoder even before you get the sound profile on it. Turoko OO Railway says, I agree, Jenny. This is a great hobby. Don't have to be a pocket drainer. Just shop smart.
And I want to talk about something that Andy at Sawyer Models has asked me to talk about.
Very quickly, Ravenheart Modelling asks, any ON30 stuff? Yes, lots of it.
I even saw S scale.
Yes,
First time I'd even seen it.
so much stuff. And this is why I think Doncaster is a really great show to go to. If you're on a bargain hunt, if you're on a budget, or if you're looking for something that maybe you missed the first time round. So, as an example, this has been on my hit list for well over a decade, I think. And there it is. I picked it up for a tenner, for less than it would have cost me if I'd have actually managed to get one brand new back in the day.
Yeah.
Same with the
stuff out there.
Gronks. £70 for a Bachmann Gronk. Now, the Bachmann Gronk that they've had out since, I think, 1997 is a perfectly acceptable tooling. Yes, there's no lights. The earlier ones are not DCC ready, but they are easy to hardwire. And they're actually a really nice model. Notwithstanding that there's an all-new tooled model coming out, you can get some great deals with these 08 shunters. I paid $40 for that Freightliner that needed a little bit of TLC. And, this is stone cold bargains. Models under £100, well under £100, are still a reality. Doncaster had thousands to choose from a multitude of different stalls. And even if you're wanting brand new, TMC, the Model Centre, are offering the EFE booster locomotive in the rail blue with the full wraparound yellow ends. That was £88, and I think at the time they had a 10% off as well, which actually meant you could pick that up brand new for £80. And if, for example, you're wanting to get some of these aftermarket locomotive bodies, that is a perfect starting point for a decent chassis to go underneath something like that. So really is a lot to find out there. Luke Craig says, picked up a Bachmann new V2 for £75 at Doncaster. Yeah. RG Models 86, the bargains are there if you look closely enough. Valleys 56XX says, I have all 15 of the Class 59s in Lima. OO Gauge Journey says, I do need an 08 Gronk. There were literally tens of them across all the different stalls. There was a lot that I walked on by. I saw at least 4 EWS ones. EWS, not my thing, but they were there. There was the Bachmann Class 09. For some reason, they've only ever done one 09. 09006 in mainline livery. I saw that for £50, pristine in the box. Loads and loads of BR black and BR green ones as well. If that's your bag, there was a lot of them. The aforementioned Cotswold Rail 08, that actually sold quite quickly. But the other mainline one, 09019 that I got, the other one was still there on the Sunday at AGR Model Railways. So even if you're thinking, oh, well, if I go on the Sunday, there won't be any good bargains left. Nonsense.
Not true.
Nonsense. JL Railways' best buy for me was 60009 Union of South Africa. And of course, JL Railways made out like a bandit with the Monday Club badge discount.
Yeah.
Actually saving a really good amount on the sticker price of that. Using that for in-person buying at TMC, the model centre at the show. That was actually the model I was looking at. It's fully sound-fitted, customised.
I told him you had it. I thought you had it.
Did you? Oh, you wally brain. But I
thought it was the one you had.
No, I'm not jealous at all because I overlooked. I was in a Gronk buying mood, so I decided it was one that maybe it would come up again at some point. So I don't begrudge it. I think you did. You did get a good deal there. And yeah, a lot of people are saying that other hobbies can be really expensive as well. Vinyl record collecting,
and which is what, which gets
traveling
me on to what,
Brian saying.
Which gets me on to what Andy's asked me to talk about.
Go on then. So
a lot of people complain about the
it's good.
yes, cappuccino, the model railway hobby becoming ridiculously overpriced. So I would like to introduce you to my hobby. Warhammer 40,000. Now, a lot of people think the 40,000 is due to the year that it's set in. No, it's the price. So you go into the shop and it's like you can pick up the starter set for £60, which is nice. It gets you 2 small armies and you can fight them.
The first one's always cheap to get you through the door.
That will get you a small army. It's not quite the 500 points that you require for a standard, what they call combat patrol version of it. And it's certainly not the main version of the game. Because that requires you to buy that box 4 times. But 4 times, it gives you the same things 4 times. So you're not going to do that. You're going to want to buy other things. So you go in and you buy, let's say you want a couple of guys that are key for your army. They're £35 to £50 each, although if you want the really key guys, you're expected to pay £100 for that one guy. You want some other troops as well to make up some units, well they're £50 to £60 each, and that's for one army. So you're expecting, you want to get some terrain, you'll want the rule book as well. You'll definitely want some rule books, because, plural by the way, there's one for the main and one for your actual faction. So they're £40 to £50 to £60 each, depending on what they are. So now you're looking at terrain. That's £45 to £50 to £150, depending on what it is. So all of this adds up, and now you're able to play one army. You haven't got a second one, so you're going to expect someone else to come over and play it with you, or take it to a place. And here's where it happens. You add all of that up. You've paid £1,000 to play a game. And in 3 years' time, maybe even 4 years' time, there's another version of that. And you have to pay again. That's an expensive hobby. Comparatively, the average train that we just bought at some of these shows, 50 quid. That's going to run you for life.
It's a cheap hobby.
If you don't go out of your way to break it, then that's going to last you for the rest of your life.
Northgate Project 44 says the Elder Titan for 40k is around 3,000 now on its own if you get the Forward one.
The Forge World. Oh my goodness! Don't even get me into Forge World.
Isn't the joke amongst Warhammer gamers that it's like crack is cheaper?
Yeah, Warhammer crack is cheaper.
Yeah, PN Motorsport Train says model railways, model cars, real life cars, video games all get expensive. But another thing I learned is you can't take the money with you. So enjoy life.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's it exactly.
Darren Watson says RC car racing takes most of my money, then the trains, then road cars, then trial bikes. Oh, I do love my hobbies. Yeah, there's a lot of expensive hobbies. I mean, just think about it. Yeah, if you're into windsurfing, that can get very expensive. Surfing in general.
A basic windsurfing board, you're looking at second-hand £600.
Yeah, and you
I know this
and
because
you've still got to
used
get to the beach and all
Yeah.
the gear. You're not just going out there in your speedo.
Oh, good grief! No, you need a wetsuit because you are going to get wet.
Yeah, and you need a
You're
good
also
one.
going to need to replace your straps every now and again because if you fall off a lot, and you want to make sure that you can rely on that.
And Martin Shipman says, try photography for a bottomless pit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of expensive hobbies.
The model railway hobby, once you've got what you like, it will stay, and you can play with it forever.
And can I just say as well, your hobby, it's only as expensive as you want to make it. There's a lot of ways that you can save a lot of money, and buying a lot of these really good second-hand deals is one of those things.
I can just point one thing out. There's one thing they don't tell you in Warhammer. You can just print out some circles and say what they are. I've got 9 armies.
Oh, yeah. Can I just say, let's see how that works out for you at a tournament.
Yeah, you can't go to tournaments, but you can play the game.
Wendigo Express says, I know, it's lovely. David Newby says, yep, and most Forge World models have been sent to Legends banned, so it sucks if you've bought them. I always, that's the thing that always irritated me about Warhammer, is that they will suddenly go, all those models that you spent thousands of pounds on, you can't play them anymore.
Yeah, Legends is a thing that I understand why they do it, but here's the thing: unless you're going to a tournament, Legends is fine. Just
amongst friends,
talk
it's like
to
you
friends
play with
and
what you
right,
want.
we're playing this. I've got a 5th edition Warhammer army that I'll pull out and play every now and again because it's orcs and they're hilarious.
Anthony says, Zoe, is it Jarrah or Jarrah? Well, it's Jarrah, of course.
Yes, Jarrah or Jarrah. Well, we all know about the Jarrah March.
Yeah.
It's Jarrah. Jarrow. It's pronounced Jarr.
Britain has weird
Then
pronunciation. If you're wondering why, it's because.
Well, no,
Vicky...
literally, it's because a printing press and therefore fixed standard type came at a time when we had a big change in how we pronounce things.
Yeah. Okay. Mark Wilson, the waxer of the DeLorean, great to see you, says kids are expensive and grandchildren.
I know.
Yeah, I think my dad once said to me, he says, you're allowed to either have kids or be well off. You're not allowed to do both. Angel of Crew, Rachel's Tamia RC, big hello to you. Mac Navi says it's free to build scenery with materials from the recycling box. Maybe people could build more than buy.
Love it.
I think that's very much the thing.
Yeah.
Is that I think a lot of people just assume like that it's almost like throw money at a thing, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
And I've seen some people actually scratch build card buildings just literally out of waste card.
And they look amazing.
And they look incredible. And this hobby is only as expensive as you want
the
to
actual
make
hands-on side of things is what brought me to the model railway world. I'm not a big model railway person. I love trams, but I love building. So I love to make something and see how it's going to fit together and put together a diorama here and there. Love that stuff.
And also, and I just say, Mac Navi, it was great to see you at the show, and thank you for the amazing offer that you made to us. And if that offer still stands, we'd love to do something with that as in the future as well. So thank you so much. And don't forget as well that Mac Navi is the UK stockist, aka Tram Fabrique, for the full range of Train-O-Matic decoders, Stay Alives, and much more. So check them out.
Speaking of Tram Fabrique, it was good to see Sven over the weekend.
That's Mac Navi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, it was good to see Sven over the weekend. It's been a while.
And he says it still stands. Boom. We will take you up on that offer. I think that would be absolutely amazing. And thank you so much for your generosity on that. So we will hammer out some details. And anybody else who's wondering, what on earth are they talking about? All will come clear at some point.
Revealed.
Iron Horse Railway says, was lovely to meet Sven too. Lovely chap. Absolutely.
Isn't
He's
he?
a great guy. And, of course, don't forget that the Rattery Little Train Show is coming up towards the end of this year. Yeah. It's a great little show, actually. We made the pilgrimage down there last year. Was it last year? Last year. We took Minith Tatters, and it's a great
little... No, it wasn't last year. Was it? No, it was early last year, yes.
I can't remember when it was.
It was early because it wasn't Christmas. I'm getting confused because it wasn't Christmas. It's Christmas this year. Yeah, but it wasn't Christmas last year. Yeah.
But that was a lovely
That was a
little
great
show
thing.
down sort of near Newton Abbot, and it was put on Rattery Village Hall, and it was so well attended. There were some
jam-packed.
great layouts. We actually did a live stream from there.
We did.
Mac Navi says that's December 2023. Right, that's why we're thinking it's last year, because it was actually right at the end
Yeah.
of 2023. But yeah, it was a lovely show. If you're in the area, do go and check it out. Of course, we did bump into quite a few Monday Clubbers there.
Yeah.
Who were like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, Jenny gets everywhere.
Yes, yeah. That flappy little noise in the corridor of your house. That's me at the letterbox going, hello, Jenny here.
So, Jen,
Yes.
now that we've covered the fact that comparative to other hobbies, this is a fairly cheap hobby, and that we've explained where everyone can get good stuff.
It's like everything else. Can I just say, it's any hobby is as expensive or as cheap as you want to make it.
Yes.
And I think, unfortunately, in this day and age, and social media has a lot to blame for this, there's kind of this almost like a keeping up with the Joneses thing, that you're made to feel like you need to buy the latest stuff, and actually you shouldn't feel obliged with
Fear
that.
of missing out is one of the worst tactics that a marketer can play on you. And the worst thing is, it does work. You've got to fight it.
Peachy TT120 says, Jenny, just check my emails. Camelot's been invited to the NEC in November. Excellent.
Oh, fantastic.
So that's at the Warnerley show, I take it. The TT120 layout Camelot that we were actually parked behind when we did our live stream at TMC
Yeah.
on the Saturday. It's a lovely little layout, 4 feet by 3 feet. It's TT120 and it looks amazing with the roundhouse in the middle. It's an incredibly good use of space without actually looking crowded. It reminded me of some of the depots in London where they kind of cram them in whatever space is available because of the cost of real estate.
Yeah.
And he could run 3 trains continuously as well as shunt with a further 2, all in that space. Yes, Ravenheart modelling, totally a model.
We like to push the pram a lot.
Absolutely. But yeah, it was a great layout, and we've got a video coming on all the layouts at the show. The Cupboard Monkey did have a wander around, and of course with all this talk about all the bargain pickups and stuff and all the great deals that were on offer to suit every single pocket, it's easy to overlook there are also some really great models as well.
They were
there.
brilliant. That, I tell you, that file, I think it is, was stunning.
Oh, no, they did tell me how to pronounce it. It's not pronounced Chilth. It's close, but no cigars. But it has its own weird pronunciation. Which
Oh, hang on. Is it double D just a D in Welsh?
no, double D is a the. So it's. He said to it was like think of it as 2 separate words. So it's like the cult, cult, or something like that.
Okay.
It's the one Welsh place name that I look at and my brain just goes, I've got no chance. Yeah, Sarah Davis says a double D in Welsh is still a handful.
So there is one more
But
thing.
can I just say, circling back to that model of, I'm going to say that one from the Festiniog where the spiral is, it's a lovely little layout, and it actually reminds me of when I was riding as a child on the Festiniog, would have been the early 80s, so not that long after the deviation opened. There was a little stub siding which was modelled on that layout on the old route, and it was nice to actually see that modelled on the thing, which was really, really nice. Yes, Ham Shackleton, spelt like that.
I'm going to say one thing before Jen moves on. We missed out this. I picked this up as well. A Little End East signal box. Couple of quid from the same place that I got those wagons from.
Oh, that was that Anorax Anonymous.
Yeah.
Which
that was them.
I mean, I know play to the stereotypes. I always think it's the name doesn't do them justice. It's a great range of stuff. It's priced to sell, and it's just like you're hard pressed to get close to that stand. They're like 5 deep all the time because there's so many great bargains. But going back to what I said about don't worry about like, oh, all the bargains will go in the first 10 minutes of the Saturday.
No, they won't.
Not the case. Because
I love pulling stuff out all the time.
a lot of the stands take extra stock that's underneath and gets put out as stuff sells. And a case in point, can I just say, case in point, my 08 here, 08375, that was put out on the stand Sunday afternoon at the stand that I bought it from. It wasn't from Anorex Anonymous, but that went out on the Sunday afternoon from a box underneath. Now, I'd been prowling the show looking for 08s all weekend. That only appeared towards the end of the Sunday as they were replenishing stock. And that just goes to show that, as they say in Sutton Coldfield, keep bobbing, ducks, keep bobbing.
So I got this, and it's lovely. Resin, it's missing the chimneys. I don't really care. It's
we can sort them
exactly.
out. You can get, and that's another thing as well. Don't be frightened to get stuff that needs a bit of TLC, because there's a lot of aftermarket suppliers that sell you the bits, like chimney pots and such like.
But can I just say one thing? Hornby, because I know you're watching, everyone else
everybody else does.
Hornby, bring back Little End. Because look at your Hornbyshire map. You've got Scaledale there, but you've missed out Little End. Look at how little that's developed.
Can I just say, right, the problem is, and I've got every sympathy with Hornby on this.
I understand, yeah.
Then an extensive range in N-gauge, a Little End, to match with the Scaledale products. Unfortunately, a lot of them ended up in the bargain bin because they weren't selling.
Yeah.
So I completely understand why Hornby stopped.
But what I'd love to see, though, look at all this space on Hornbyshire. Well, I love that they have this. They've got Scaledale here, Little End. Where are they going to put TT120 land? It's got to be there.
Have we missed John? Somebody? Wasn't John JMC the Guru of Sound? I know that we missed a few names at the start. I believe New Junction might be.
New Junction is here. I saw him earlier.
New Junction. New Junction. New Junction. Hashtag not a cult.
Not a cult.
He was actually working on the Tony's train stand.
He was working hardly away from
moonlighting away from a Cura scale. It must have grated for him to have to price up all of the Backman stuff. Marcus Muggins, absolutely. Little End are fantastic models, worth collecting in their own right. And can I just say as well, I know I don't often mention about the Patreon money, but I'm always really, really grateful. Lots and lots of Patreons to the channel.
Yep.
And because I know Mark Wilson always said, like, oh, make sure that you buy some diesels, don't get all that smelly steam. Well, I got 3 Gronks, no waiting, and some of that was from the Patreon money. Norton Hill says, off to work, guys. Sorry I can't stay to the end. It's a great subject.
Oh, thank you.
Look, you take care. Have a great day at work, well, great evening, and obviously you can catch up on Catch Up. And, of course, don't forget, everybody, we've got a pinned link at the top. The new Crimson Lake / BR Maroon pin badges are for sale now. You can pick them up. They've gone live on the website. We started selling them over the weekend. In fact, what's quite gratifying is I've seen a few videos and you can see people walking about in other people's videos wearing Monday Club badges, making out like bandits with extra discounts. So reward the retailers that reward you with your custom. Anthony Hill says, New Junction loves TT120. Couldn't keep away from Peachy's layout.
I bet he does.
Oh, I wonder, is that like a sneaky hinty for...
research.
Just looking back. Vicky Lawless says, we are on oil, not gas. A lot less choice of boiler. Oh, of course, yeah. Energy costs, unfortunately, are going up. This is one of the things as well. There's a lot of people, I talked with a lot of people over the weekend, and one of the things that does keep coming up again and again is, the squeeze of household budgets and such like. And there was a little bit of a worry of, would this negatively impact the hobby? And I actually think this is similar in a way to how COVID panned out. People say, oh no, this is going to be the death of retail. And actually, model railways had their best 2 years ever, because when you can't go on foreign holidays, when you can't buy a new car and all this sort of stuff, and you've got time to fill, free time to fill, actually it's hobbies like railway modelling that you can turn to that keep on giving. And I think that if people are worried about expenditure, maybe they go, well, actually, we're not going to go to the south of France this year, we're going to cut back. But you don't have to cut back everything. And I think that you may find that model railways do all right. And a lot of this bargains with second-hand stuff that we've been outlining. Available at Doncaster, but also, don't neglect your local shows. There's a lot of shows. In fact,
absolutely,
there's multiple shows on every single weekend. So there's... Awesome Brick says, save Lecky, go Clockwork. Funny you should say that. There was some Hornby 00 Clockwork N2 tank locomotives on one of the stalls. So if you got a spare £425 to spend, they had a GWR Clockwork N2 with, as far as I could tell, no Mazak rot. So it should be pretty
amazing.
Pretty safe. Raymond Legg says 59 minutes went by fast.
Didn't
Blimmin' heck! Yeah, good God, we're on 8 o'clock already.
Yeah. So, Jen.
So let's change the angle of the dangle. Wow, SHGP Media says, I've noticed 6 shows on the first weekend of March alone. And RG Models 86 says, model shops will have discount bargains too. Of course, don't forget as well that your Monday Club pin badge will also get you in-person shopping discounts in the shops. Support the model shops that support you, because it's use it or lose it. And it's very difficult to get some of the little things mail order. If you need a packet of fish plates, well, it's a bit of a waste to just get that sent mail order. You spend more on postage than you will on the fish plates. It's a great excuse to go and browse your local model shops. But also, some of the other stuff as well. So I bought from one of the stands, I've got brass wire. This is something that I bought. Only cost £2.40, and that was from EHA Models. Is that EHA Models? No, H&A. For some reason, they've put the ampersand in the wrong place. H&A Models, brass wire. And I'm going to be using this to repair handrails on locomotives where the handrails are broken or are missing. And this is something you often find with second-hand. And I'm going to show you this. I actually bought this brand new. But you can see that. I'm just going to push them round. Broken handrails. The curse of early Bachmann Gronks and also Class 25s as well. They later went to metal handrails. But what do you do if you've got that problem? Well, easy peasy. You can replace them with brass wire, but you try getting that mail order. That's actually quite weedy. That will get absolutely destroyed in the post. But support your local model shop. It's stuff like that you can pick up for a nice little project to repair some of these locomotives, and you get them a lot cheaper as well.
You really do, and if you're prepared to put the time in, and it doesn't take a huge amount of time to find out how to do this stuff on tutorials on YouTube.
Good night, Cameron, as well. It's been great having your company, and catch you next time.
Can you not use a small paper clip, says Zantek?
I'll be honest with
on which scale, won't it?
Right, the problem with using a small paper clip is actually the wire's too thick. You need something quite thin, and I'll be honest, I mean, there's 10 long strips. Each single strip is enough to probably do 4, if not 5 locomotives for £2.40.
Richard Swiderski says staples are good for handrails. To an extent.
The only thing is...
My biggest issue would be, if I was replacing handrails on something as big as that, it's not going to work.
Also,
the handrail goes right the way along there.
Also, the Bachmann 08, a staple's not actually long enough to replace a handrail.
Yeah.
And plus, you'll also find that when you bend a staple straight, you end up with metal fatigue and a little dimple where it was formerly bent. So it's okay on stuff like smaller scales, like N gauge, but just be wary on bigger stuff. Yeah, SHGP Media says steel is hard and not easy to manipulate. Brass much easier to work with. But funnily enough, I have had success. Now, it's really, really important that you use a couple of needle nose pliers and you are very careful with it. But the offcuts from DCC Concepts Cobalt point motors, the long pin that goes through the point, you pretty much always have to cut a length of that off. And I have actually, at a pinch, used that to replace handrails. But I wouldn't recommend it. It was a handrail of last resort. I basically was one handrail short with my last lot of brass wire. I ran out but needed one more handrail. So I did actually use that. It was quite tough going to bend it, but I did manage it. Leslie Gilpin Railway says, I'm tempted by Keithley as it was good fun last year and not difficult to get to. And Mark Waitman says, I've used flower arranging wire. So yeah, there's a lot of good tips. And again, doesn't have to cost a lot of money and you will save money. This hobby need only be as expensive as you make it.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people possibly looking at the all-new tooled Bachmann 08. And yes, they will be good. Let's not, I'm not going to knock them. I'm not going to trash talk a model for clickbait just for the sake of it. They will be a great model, but they are expensive.
Yep.
And when you can get slightly down at heel Class 08, Bachmann one's still a very respectable tooling. It was great in its day and it still holds its own. For, as I did, the Freightliner one for £40 and it needed new handrails on the cab. These are easy things to fix relatively cheaply, but it means you get a bargain, and if you're prepared to put just a little bit of time in, and I am going to actually film a video. I showed you this 08, which has broken handrails, because it's one of the earlier ones that had those awful plastic handrails. Class 25s from Bachmann, some of those earlier ones, exactly the same problem. I am going to do a short video showing how to easy peasy repair them with brass wire, which isn't all that expensive. You can get it from a lot of different model shops, and I will also name check Nuffy's Models down in Bolton, because that's where my father buys his brass wire. He uses it for, he scratch builds model battleships. He's incredibly good at it. But a lot of model shops will carry stocks of stuff like that. And, at the end of the day, that's why it's called modelling. Newton Aycliffe, 22nd of March, 20 layouts and 10 traders, says Dave Scott Railways. Boom! Excellent, great shows. Oswestry Road TMD says, hi Jenny and Zoe, hope you're well. What have I missed? Oh! There we go. Come on, Gandalf, wakey.
Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Well, we've been going through, actually, that the hobby need not be expensive. There's lots of great deals out there. There's still lots of great deals out there.
Yeah.
And we showed just some of the ones that we got from Doncaster. And some of you guys as well have been sharing your great buys as well. They're all out there. Just, they're all ready for you.
And before we go to the next bit, Jen, because we were going to talk about this, weren't we?
Yes, we are going to do some ballasting. Oh, thank you so much, Simon Snow. Very kindly gifted 5 channel memberships. Thank you so much. So, Radford Junction Railways, Tarocco Railways, Midland Train Spotter, Ash Weir, and Richard Turnbull have all been gifted a membership by Simon Snow. Thank you so much. OO Gauge Journey asks, Jenny, would you still recommend kiln-dried sand for OO ballast? It's still eminently usable, but actually I've subsequently found a few other products that weren't available when I was doing Weir Yard, which I would say do go a long way. So one of them is here. We've got from Legacy Models, the ballast that we're going to use today here on this model, but also War World Scenics do some lovely ballast as well. So I'd say that if you're on a strict budget, kiln-dried sand, paving sand. Oh, thank you so much,
Tim.
Tim Krinsky is very kindly gifted 20 memberships. So Nick at Bleshton High Level, Matt Ovell, it's Craig, Silver Band, Ron Williamson,
Train Finder Craig,
Joe Dredd.
The judge is in.
Prepare to be judged. That's it. You don't so much watch the Monday Club as witness it. So, so Judge Judge Joe Dredd will be in for taking statements. We've got Rosie's Trains, Luna Moon, Andrew Stewart, Bob, Connor Skidmore, NHT 7040, Ken Amos Jr., B&O _51, Sam's Trains Official, great to see you in here, Dagan Johnston, Chief Beef Thief.
I love that.
That's going to be so far. That's
The
name of the
Chief
night, and David Maguire as well. So
thank you
so much, Tim Krinsky. But right, let's go over to change cameras so we can do this. I'm going to do something that we don't normally do here: some live ballasting, and we're going to do it in N-gauge. I'm going to turn on an extra light up here.
Oh, baby!
So that we've got some decent light. So if you want to just tilt that down, and I'm going to show you the tools.
The Viewmaster.
Yeah, you will be the Viewmaster. So there's the. Just make sure my skirt's pulled down.
Yes.
So
this
there we
isn't
are.
OnlyFans.
Yeah. So there we go. This is Zoe's little N-gauge layout, and what I've got here, these are actually quite cheap from Hobbycraft. You get a big pack, not just the one brush. But you get a whole load of different paintbrushes, and one of them that you get in there is this big fat one. And this is actually really, really useful for dusting models, but also for manipulating ballast. And we've also got Legacy Ballast. This is correctly graded, and in this case, 2mm scale. And we've gone for light grey blend. Yeah, RG Models 86. Says, I find ballasting therapeutic. You and me both. Actually, I do as well.
I did also get this one, Legacy Ballast. I picked them both up at the same time because I wasn't sure what I wanted to go for. But Jen suggests that for this kind of work area, the darker would be better.
Yeah, I think this would work better. So what I'm actually going to do, you've given me a spoon, but I'll honestly say I prefer to freestyle this.
Oh.
And here we go. I'm just going to pour it on, not too much. But just enough, so not that the track disappears, but just that you can kind of get enough in there. And I think that should be enough for now. And we're going to be using, I said this at the beginning, I'm going to be using Deluxe Materials Ballast Bond.
That means bond, ballast bond.
Yeah, and the reason for this, I know, you know, we had a thing about saying, you know, you don't have to use really expensive products. But for this, I think that the Ballast Bond, it's a great product. I've used it before. It dries quickly, and I just think it's a really, really great product. If you don't enjoy ballasting, then the old PVA mix can cause a few issues if you're not kind of ready for it, like floating the ballast away. And I don't want that. So sometimes it's best to spend a few quid more to have a aggro-free experience. And you can see I'm using the soft bristle brush and just gently, really gently, don't go gung-ho, because all you'll do is you'll just basically clean the track of all the ballast. And a little bit of tamping, a downward motion to just tamp.
So it's
and
very, very
keep it away from the point mechanisms.
The points on this are over at the ends.
Yeah, and
I've done that on purpose, so they're basically right at the edges.
Yeah, don't bury your points because it'll just be a nuisance to you.
So it's like this, just
yeah, kind of. And you see how you're just slowly uncovering the actual tops of the sleepers, and just getting a little bit clearer so you can see those sleepers, and move that ballast around. And you see a little ballast actually goes a long way. You don't need to add you don't need to add any more of that ballast in. Seriously, what will happen here is you can see that you just keep gently brushing, clear the ends of the sleepers as well. And we're just mindful, we don't want to take it to where the point blades are, but I'm going to take it to just before.
Now, Sarah Davis has a very interesting question here.
Yes?
How do you ballast points without gumming up the mechanisms?
I think carefully is basically the word. Honestly, a very, very small amount. You've got to keep the ballast below the level of the blades, and really don't get them gummed up with glue. Otherwise, you will have a lot of issues if you gum them up with glue. So it's just you know, you can always go back and literally a few grains of ballast you can drop in if needs be. But just, you know, over time, a bit of practice, you'll get a feel for it. But I would suggest just keep your point mechanisms free of ballast, certainly if it's your first time, because otherwise it'll just be a nuisance. And what we're doing here as well, that's the right one. So I've just ironed all that out. I'm also going to ballast some of the extra area around. I want to actually ballast up to the buildings here.
Yeah, the building would be nicely ballasted, yeah.
So I'm going to put a bit down there. And over here as well, I'm going to put a little bit down.
Oh, thank you so much,
Oh,
Scanman.
wow. Thank you so much, Scanman, for the locomotive collection and cookies. Cookie Monster. Oh, thank you so much for your generosity. It's great to see
Mark
you.
Wilson as well. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my word. Thank you so much. And yes, Mark Wilson, I saw your PayPal gift last week as well. I think I said just at the end, I thanked you on that. I don't know if you were still in when I spotted it. But thank you so much for your generosity. I have been putting stuff to the Gronk Fund. Mark Wilson sent £10 on paypal.me. Says, just for offering a great community stream.
Oh,
thank you so much for your generosity, you guys. But yeah, Scanman, it's great to see you.
Welcome back, man.
It's been a while.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Scan is back.
Anyway, so I'm going to actually use some of the ballast here to build up a ground level. And one of the things, we'll revisit this, but actually I use it as a basis over which I will actually add stuff like static grass and all sorts.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think the eye will quite often see texture as much as it sees colour.
Mm-hmm.
And I think having a great texture on the ground is definitely a good starting point for building up landscape. I'm not going to do right up behind here because there's actually a bit of landscaping that needs to happen. So I've just very carefully, don't go too gung-ho, little and often is all you need. And I'm now just tamping that into the buildings. I'm going to just turn this round a little bit, see if we can get that on camera. And what I'm actually doing is, you see, I'm just tamping the ballast up to the building, but you don't want...
Monday clubber is never late, Barry Wendon, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
You're welcome.
And
ooh, ballast.
And they see this tamping. I'm not
ridges in it.
I'm not brushing. I'm tamping.
You're getting some ridges in. That's interesting.
Yeah, because the ballast would naturally have what they call a shoulder. It's like the way it's dropped from the wagons.
Yeah.
But I'm just, I've had a lot of practice, so I'd possibly make it look easier than it would be on your first time.
I'm not sure that this is as hard as I thought it would be, to be honest with you.
It's not. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people think ballasting's going to be boring, it's going to be difficult to get great results. And actually, that is so not the case. You can get great results very easily. And a lot of it is, I think as somebody said in the comments that they found it therapeutic. I'm definitely in that camp. I find ballasting very therapeutic. So I could do this quite happily.
I could do this all day.
And like on the signal box, I'm just getting it in and around the steps. I don't want a gap under the steps.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm just going to spread it out up to the tunnel mouth. And then up to the point. Again, we're keeping that mechanism nice and clear. And I'm just going to tamp up here. Tamping up to the building. I'll turn this round actually, see if I can show you much better. Doing it on something like this is actually really, really good because I can actually show you guys exactly what's going on. I'm just going to move.
I love that. Immediately, she's turned it round and it started you tamping on the side that you can't see.
No, it's because in turning it round, I saw a spot I missed.
I know. I just think it was funny to point
so
out.
You don't want to get like ridges, like big piles up against buildings. Try and avoid that. And that's where the tamping comes in. So you see there, it's not heaped up against the building. It's just tamped up to it. And again,
Yeah.
if you find some of your sleepers are uncovered, just very carefully dust them off. And I just want to smooth around over there. I think
Yeah.
a little bit more is going to be needed just
Okay.
in this area. Oops. And,
Okay, so Jen's just poured a huge pile, and that's interesting. What
it's
would
not
a yard like this ever have spare ballast in a pile?
quite possibly. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make use of it. You know, move it around. If you're really worried that you've got too much in one place, you can always use a little spoon to spoon it back off. But I'm just going to spread it around into this corner.
Ravenheart has a good question here.
Yes?
Would you weather the track with rust before or after you ballast?
It's a good question. You can do it before. If you're going to paint the sides of the rails, and you can do that either with a small brush, it's very laborious, or you can also, there's a great product from Woodland Scenics, which is like a special pen that is specifically for painting the sides of the rails.
I was about to ask about that because I remember seeing that.
I would do that before ballasting, but you can also do it afterwards using washers and such like, and then you also get it sort of mottled into the ballast, which is
which gives a very realistic
it
rust
works really
kind
well.
of effect.
So there we are, Bob Ross moment, happy little accidents. I've just been able to move that ballast around, and if in doubt,
one bit.
yeah, if in doubt, I also say flick the points and make sure that they're not gummed up. So that's working really well. And now here's a good trick. I've got a spoon here. It doesn't have to be a spoon. You can use other tools as well. But just tap the rails, and that vibration just helps clear the sleepers. Can you see that? I mean, it's a little bit. I'm not used to N gauge now. What I will say is, I normally work in 00.
You like to work in gauges, you can see.
Yeah, so this is smaller than I've ever really tried before. I think the closest I've ever got would be in 009. So there we go. Might need a little bit more just over by the tunnel. I'm going to get that put away. How are we doing on comments? I've been ignoring them. Shaky Hands Shed Model Rail says I have big piles. Not so salty Cedar says Jenny Kirk. O gauge. Oh, it's just gone off the top.
It's okay, I can roll it back.
O gauge wagon was my first O gauge model, which I picked up at the show. Of course, I then had to get a loco in the form of a Lima 4F. Missing buffers, but looking forward to detailing. Absolutely, and I bet you got a good deal because it was missing parts. But
and
look
you can
out
get
for
parts easily.
Absolutely, there's a lot of aftermarket suppliers that do things like buffers, primarily for the kit built market.
Yeah.
But that is perfect for restoration of models such as the Lima O gauge, which actually in its day was really, really good. I remember lusting after that as a kid, the Lima Lima O gauge. I really wanted that, but alas, was not to be. Right.
Knockers Lane says, good luck dampening and wetting the ballast prior to glue. Card buildings? They are card buildings. They're all Metcalf card, except for this Pico signal box, which I built live on the show a while back.
Right. Now, important here, the check rails on the points.
Make sure they're clean as well.
Yeah, you'll get little grains of ballast down into the check rails. Very, very carefully make sure they're clear. Because the reason for this is once you start gluing...
Because that's not going to work, is
yeah,
it?
once you start gluing, you'll actually glue them into the... yeah,
they're clear. They're clear.
That's fine. Right, so I've got my ballast bond now. And it comes with a lovely little flexible nozzle, which I'm going to apply to the top. And now, this is really, really useful. It's an A4 box file set, Sarah Davis.
This is for this is what I've been putting together for the box file.
Raymond Lace, yes, sorry. Tap, 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 tap. It probably came across really loud. I do apologise.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Do you want to scroll down so I can see the new comments?
Of course, yes.
Are makeup brushes better for this, Sarah Davis?
Can be.
I wouldn't say better, just an alternative source. Sometimes, if you
yeah, I removed the lid. Sorry.
If you have them to hand, that's fine. Southern Train Girl says, Jenny, TMC is a backman union of South Africa for £70. Just got to watch out that I'm not. I don't go for the split chassis versions.
You'll have a look later on.
Right. Anyway, back to this. One of the things I do like about the ballast bond is, I don't know if you can see there, it's not washing out the ballast. It's got a special pre-mixed formula, so there's no mixing involved with this.
Slightly.
Yeah. And what we're doing is,
they can see what's
again,
going on.
don't flood it with stuff. And that's where these bottles, I'm not really squeezing the bottle. I'm just very, very gently just letting it drip out. And you can see it doesn't disturb the ballast. It's why this product is perfect for people who maybe you don't like ballasting, or you're new to this, so it's like, a big learning curve, and you don't want to try and...
I love how it's just wicking it up.
That's the whole point. Oh. And the ballast will turn a slightly different colour where it's got the glue in. And I start on the track itself, and then I work out from there. And partly because you're less likely to disturb the ballast if you're dropping the glue actually onto things like the sleepers. This also helps set all your track in place if you're worried about your track being perhaps a little bit loose. We did glue this track using Speed Bond, again another Deluxe Materials product.
Peter Jackson says, does ballast bond need the washing up liquid mix with it?
No.
It's already done,
no mixing at all required. This is a ready mixed product, and that's why this is brilliant for those people who are either new to ballasting. So you're not trying to learn everything at once. And yeah, if you if you're on a budget and you're comfortable, you can make up your own mix of PVA and water, and I do recommend, actually, I don't use washing up liquid.
You use IPA, don't you?
IPA, because that doesn't leave any residue or discoloration. So I would actually recommend IPA, which is isopropyl alcohol. You can buy it fairly readily. It's great for a lot of uses, including cleaning wheels and track. So it has more than just that ballasting use on a model railway. And you can see here...
Yeah, by the way, IPA, we're not talking about Indian Pale Ale, isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah.
Don't put beer on your layout.
No. And you can see there as well, we're now starting to branch out away from the track. Yeah, and that's what I always say to people. Ballasting is easy. So you've watched me...
I was worried about doing this. I have to be honest. I was worried about doing this and ruining my model.
No, it's super easy, and you can see there. Look, I'm dripping this down, and it's not washing the ballast away. That's one of the beauties of this product. Is that, I mean, if I squeeze this like gung ho, it will wash stuff away, but
no porter on the way. Yes. Where can you buy IPA? I bought mine cheap as chips from Amazon, I have to admit.
Yeah, you got it off Amazon.
Cheap as chips. I got it so that I could clean some old electronics. And then you nicked it. And started mixing it in with your ballast.
Yeah, I also mix it into hand sanitizer.
Yes,
because it makes it more potent and also stretches it longer, because I am a bit of a cheapskate at heart. So rather than just buying more, I just eke out what I've got. So you can see that the ballast is kind of changing colour a little bit.
Zantex says, how come you're not spraying the ballast with water to make the adhesive run better and not form globs?
You don't really need to. I've got a few bubbles appeared there, which is a little bit annoying. But that's my own fault, because I'm letting the tube suck air back in whilst I'm talking to you.
Of course, yeah.
But I wouldn't worry,
so
because...
Can I just... pop those bubbles.
Yeah,
should be fairly easy, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
You can mist it with water. I haven't done that, mostly because I forgot to. But in all honesty, this product is pretty good. not really needing that.
And you can get this from pretty much anywhere, can't you? That's
I bought this
any
at
model shop.
I bought model shop stock it, but I actually bought it from Warnerley. Deluxe Materials actually had a stand at Warnerley, and you get this is the little squeezy bottle, and I also got a big bottle that has about I think it's about 1 litre in, that you then refill this. So you use
Oh,
this.
I like that, refillables. Yeah.
So you use this as the applicator, and then you actually refill it from a big bottle. So I'll let you monitor the comments.
There's a lot of people talking about being able to put a layout in a council house attic and things like that.
You've got to be careful because I know with council houses, the council will stipulate that they still want to be able to do things like inspect from time to time. And if you put a big model railway there, they will actually, and I've seen...
There's not a lot of ballast down there.
Yeah, if you have anywhere where... Can I just say... Let me do it. If you have anywhere where you suddenly realise you've got spots...
Oh, for a second you were going to eat it.
Use a spoon and you can just tap a little tiny amount in.
Yeah.
And I'll put a little bit there as well. And then, boom, that low spot's gone. Maybe add just a little bit more glue in there just to fix it.
Wonder if Jenny can ballast in 1-to-1 scale. I bet you can, but I wouldn't.
Ballasting in 1-to-1 scale is very different. Because ballast serves an actual purpose on real railway.
Yeah.
This is cosmetic.
This is decorative. Decorative ballast.
This is cosmetic. It's not actually doing what real ballast is there for, which is to support the track and stop it moving about. I'm just ballasting now around the signal box.
There's no glue involved in 1-to-1 scale. Oh, Jenny wouldn't be interested then. Oh, and Dave Scott has got a very good point. If you're working in a loft, make sure that your rafters are strong enough to take the weight.
Yes.
New build houses, the attic is not for that. It's not a load bearing area, so you've got to be careful.
So unless you reinforce it, then it's not good. And a lot of these roof trusses, you see, they're like a prefabricated roof truss. They come out of factories, just like ready-made, and it allows builders to build a house incredibly quickly. But unfortunately, they're not designed to carry the weight of people up there and model railways and huge.
So you really would have to reinforce it.
Yeah, and just bear in mind that you will cause issues with your insurance if they find out. If something happens and they find out. Now I'm just going to tap a little bit. Because I didn't spray with water, I've got a few little bubbly bits.
Kind of bubbled and got holes now, so you just add an extra.
And what I'm doing...
That'll soak the excess, won't it?
It will, yes. And you can see I'm actually applying it using my finger to tap the spoon rather than pushing it off the spoon.
This is looking amazing. So we're going to move on now to the videos while Jen does this.
Okay.
Because we've seen how you do it, and it's really incredible how well you've done this. But we do have videos for tonight.
Very much.
We can, yes, DJK666 has a very good point. You can strengthen the rafters in the house. You can, and it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it for your own safety.
Yes.
And for your insurance as well.
Yeah, because if you have an issue, like, for example, if your ceiling collapses because you've overloaded your rafters, you'll find that your insurance company has something to say about that, and usually it's claim denied. So, just be careful. Common sense. Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to now set up for the videos as well. Let's do this. Now, Jen is going to continue and I really appreciate her doing this. I've basically hired Jenny to ballast my railway for me.
That implies some kind of payment.
I'll let you have some ice cream later.
I don't want your ice cream. I'm not into chocolate ice cream.
Oh, so here we go. We've got a fair amount of videos still to go through. Remember the like button. Thank you so much, DJ
Oh
K666.
yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. And also don't forget Monday Club badges, new ones, the maroon ones now on sale. We've got a pinned link at the top. Get them ordered. Also, Monday Club wagons, get them ordered. We're just working now on the next Monday Club wagon. We're going to go for a van, and that's going to be because a lot of people have asked whether we do a van. So we're going to do that next, but it's all predicated on the current Monday Club wagons selling through. So the deadline for that is May. We need to place the order in May. They'll be being delivered probably about January 2026. So there is a little bit of wiggle room. But we're also going to look into crowdfunders for N-Gauge and TT120. Now, I do sympathise. O-Gauge has been very expensive. We did it as an experiment and also because Jenny wanted an O-Gauge wagon. But if we do another O-Gauge, it will be strictly on a Kickstarter to prove viability. Although, actually, can I just say...
It has sold rather well.
The O-Gauge ones have sold reasonably well. And they're not sold out, so there's still a chance to get your O-Gauge Monday Club wagon. But I think next time we will do them as a Kickstarter. But we're going to go for a van. And the other thing I want to do is, I know that we've had a lot of fun with like Billy's replacement stuff. But actually, I'm going to go for something a little bit more prototypical. The very first Monday Club wagon, the Acura Scale MDV, did incredibly well. And that was the prototypical livery for the wagon with just a few embellishments. So we're going to go back to our roots. And that is what we're planning on doing for this van. I'm not allowed to tell you what the van is because I don't think it's been properly announced.
It's a bucket on wheels.
But if you're interested, we are looking at commissioning with Rapido again. So it will be a Rapido release.
Thank you to Tom Marshall of Buggers Kelly Station. Says, sorry, I just tuned in. I thought that was a cat litter tray for a second. Thank you. Yes. Nice to know that my layout building skills are very nicely received there. So we've got our first video is from Anthnil at Doncaster.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
So I'm going to press some buttons here and see if I can get this up on the screen. Beep, beep. So here we are. Now, as usual, we're going to put the full... link in the chat just there, and here we are. He's talking and we can't show that, but because that's just how it is. So here's some of the layouts that were at this event.
Absolutely, there was some great layouts.
I was severely impressed.
Not
severely,
just impressed,
very impressed. Severely sounds like a bad thing.
Yeah,
I was incredibly impressed. Oh, I did like this one. very, very nice. There's so much going on.
Can I just say, I didn't actually see a lot of the layouts.
You didn't get to see a lot. No.
Yeah, so I'm actually, this is how I get to see all the layouts at shows. So thank you so much to the people
These are
who
really
do this.
nice.
I don't know, and there was a thing, I can't remember where it was on one of the Facebook groups about layout owners being not very, very few, but there were some who were very, very snooty about it. And I just thought, any layout owner that gets snooty about people filming them, I'll be honest with you, just ignore them.
You know, I had none of that at any event I've ever been to. No one has ever been snooty.
I've seen photos where people put up signs saying, unless you're using a tripod, don't film my layout, sort of thing. And actually being really passive-aggressive.
I love stuff like that. It's like, hey, YouTubers, this is one of those tripod things people are talking about. It's like,
oh, you saw that photo as well.
And I laughed, I have to admit, because as a professional, I know that you don't need a tripod for this kind of filming, because the modern cameras have video stabilization and tripods will knock things over.
Yeah, and also, you got a tripod, you're just basically getting in everybody's way.
Exactly.
It's like
I always have a tripod. Usually it's used Gorilla Grip, and I'm using it as a handle to hold the camera. But come on, guys.
So there we are.
Move this on a little bit.
And if you're wondering, actually, This entire thing has used maybe a quarter of this bottle. It hasn't
These
used
are so nice.
a huge amount.
He is the one I really wanted to show you.
Yes, this is Peachy TT120's layout. 4 feet by 3 feet. And there you are. Look at that. The roundhouse is, I think he said it was a Roco product from Germany, but it's had all of the Achtung signs taken off. So you can, don't neglect looking at what's available overseas. Ditto for the turntable, which was fully functional, incidentally. It's got 3 trains able to run permanently. You can also tinker around with trains on and off the turntable. And also a high level as well. There's a lot going on. And I love the canal scene at the other end as well.
The canal was amazing.
This layout really does show what you can achieve in TT120.
Double O Gauge Journey says, "Hi Zoe, do content creators take monopods to film exhibitions?" Yeah, a fair few do. I personally don't, because I have this
Gorilla Grip.
I have the Gorilla Grip. And I'll tell you now, Gorilla Grips are amazing because you can bend the struts on a thing to get the perfect angle if you need to. It's brilliant.
Can I just say as well, the other thing about the ballast bond is that this will be dry by tomorrow. It dries very quickly. It's a product I discovered when doing Great Model Railway Challenge, where speed was the key.
And looking good already.
There you have it.
I'm very impressed.
And what we'll do as well is
now he's talking to people again. Like I said, this is a very big.
Look, who's this?
Who on earth let you into this
Who's
place?
this reprobate? Look at that.
You couldn't even get your Monday Club badge on properly. Look at you.
Yeah,
look at the state.
My microphone's
Look at the
fallen off
state
as well.
of you.
Can I just say as well, the microphone, skip on. The microphone on me is loose, but it's not the one that's recording.
Here's the other one. Right, this was great as well.
They're all great.
This is N-Gauge.
The layouts are
great. They're wonderful, but this is N-Gauge, and look at the amount that you can get in that space.
Oh yeah, N-Gauge gives you
I
a
love
lot of
N-Gauge.
space.
I really do.
Hello, Skipsy Trains. Hold on.
And look at.
Gandalf, come on.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Now, this
was
great.
an amazing
Using
one.
LED lighting to make it look really nice and cold.
It was so good.
PGTT120 says, separate Roco product.
Fair.
And J. Paul Lander says, Achtung! Rauchen verboten! Which basically means, attention, smoking prohibited.
So this is Anthony again, and
Peter
the
Jackson
link again.
Chile.
Amazing
great
stuff.
layouts.
Thank you so much for showing us this. I really did think it was an amazing place. Oh, so can I just jump back 1 second? Look.
Look, this. Can I just say there was me and Iron Horse browsing bargains.
Can I just jump it back 1 second?
Oh yeah, you got a good view of the crowds.
Yeah. So anyone who tells you this hobby is dying is selling something, because look at how many people are here. That place was absolutely jam-packed.
Yeah, look at that. Look.
Absolutely jam-packed.
Anybody who tells you the hobby is the hobby dying, that's clickbaity BS for YouTube. And any channel that indulges in that should be viewed as with skepticism, because essentially they're encouraging you to come and watch, where they're trying to sell you a lie. The hobby is alive. It's well. It's never been stronger. Oh, anyway, sorry. Oh, this is a very, very small soapbox, but it's a soapbox nonetheless. Oh, yeah, sorry.
So there we go. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, Anthony says, couldn't
that was
move
the
on
quiet
the
moment.
Saturday, right, I know...
Oh, my goodness, What is that?
I love a gronk. Sorry, I just realised you're not showing people that gronk.
The hobby's as strong as ever. Yes, it absolutely is.
I'd say it's stronger. And can I just say as well, just a quick note for people who are looking for news on products. The Bachmann PAL vans are due for delivery in shops this week. So at some point this week, your retailer of choice, support your local model shop, will have the Bachmann PAL vans in. I've already got 3 on order. I'm really looking forward to them because they're quite interesting and different. And yeah, JTG Werewolf, the hobby is as fine as it's always been.
It really is. It goes through highs and lows like any other hobby, but it's perfectly alive and kicking.
And Tom Marshall, Buggle Skelly Station says, speaking of clickbait, don't miss the Buggle Skelly Station 2025 announcement tomorrow at 10 a.m. I see what you did there.
What are you bringing out? Ooh.
There's some great products, and don't forget as well, Buggle Skelly Station also is a participant in the Monday Club Badge in-person shopping discount scheme. So remember, support the retailers that support your hobby.
And he makes great stuff like these Laurel and Hardys. I've got to paint these. I keep not.
Can I just say, the Laurel and Hardy with the music box piano,
so good.
I'm going to put them on Myneth Tatters. I'm going to put a stairway somewhere on Myneth Tatters, and I'm going to have Laurel and Hardy with the piano in a box. And it's just no drawing attention to it. They're just going to be there for people to spot. And I love that kind of thing on model.
I love it too. So next up we have a message from Warbler Productions who says, on Thursday the 6th of February, the first steam locomotive of the year passed through Atherstone Station as it made its way from Steamtown Carnforth to Southall. Okay, for a tour over the following weekend.
I'll put the lid on the ballast, shall I, so it doesn't get knocked
I didn't realise there wasn't lid, so here we are. The first steam. Here we go. Beep, beep.
So yeah, Ham Shackleton, thank you so much. There are still some of the rec tanks, the square tanks. Do get them ordered, because we need to basically, by May, have cleared the decks so that we can then order with confidence the next Monday Club wagons. We're going to do N-Gauge and TT120, fingers crossed, as a Kickstarter. So it's a case of if you want it, you have to support it.
I want one of both.
If not enough people support it, then unfortunately we can't justify making them. So, double O gauge do always, up until now, have always sold out. So, double O gauge we will order on spec, but it is expensive when you have to basically commit to buying all of them.
But I'll tell you now, I will be going for both the TT120 and the N-Gauge. Look at the tilt on that, my
I know
goodness.
you will. And what we will do, say the order is for 200 of a wagon, then we're quite prepared. We will say yes, we will order it at the point we probably hit about 160 or 170 committed to. There will be a few left over at the end, but what I'm saying is, if not enough people commit to buy N-Gauge or TT120, then unfortunately
we can't do it.
We can't take the risk because it's a lot of money. It's like the cost of a small family car.
Yeah, it is quite shocking.
Yeah,
and those of you who've commissioned your own wagons, I know a few of you have these days.
Tom Marshall, Buggle Skelly Station, has commissioned quite a few wagons. Dad's Army themed wagons, Laurel and Hardy themed wagons, and such like. So he knows exactly what we're talking about.
And Peachy as well. There's a few people who've done it these days.
Anthony says, Jenny,
you can all attest to how much the stuff costs.
Gary B says, evening all. It seems the biggest train show seems to be London northwards. Can anyone recommend a show of similar size, including those lovely bargains south of London, Sussex or Hampshire? And there is a latecomer, Gandalf.
I'm sorry, I was looking at something else. A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely as they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. DJ Sarah Hall says, all around Essex too. Well, I think there's one at Billericay.
Ricky.
People from Essex going, don't take the pee out of us, mate. Alton Show, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, that was the one I was going to mention. Ashford Easter Weekend, suggests at SHGP Media. And the Chatham Show was busy last year, says New Model Railway. Basingstoke Show is good, says Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath.
I'm going to jump this on a little bit.
So there are shows down there. They do tend to be smaller.
We're about to see
there was a show at Bournemouth as well, I think.
We're about to see the steam.
But of course, in London, the big one is Ali Pally. So if you can get to Alexandra Palace, then there is one of the biggest in the season. And I've been to it several times. Alexandra Palace is really good. If you can get to Alexandra Palace in London, that is definitely one worth going to.
Yeah. Looks real. It absolutely does, doesn't it? Look at the speed.
Because it is real.
And also look at the lumps.
Caroline
the way it bends up in
Caroline
the ballasting.
Rogers says, "Good night, all. Up for work at 4:30."
Oh my goodness!
4:30, 12-hour shift. See you all next week. Look, you take care.
Thank you
Make
so
sure
much
you get
for coming
some sleep.
along.
Absolutely, and don't forget, everybody, click that like button. Consider sharing to social media and subscribe if you've not already done so. And you can watch the show on catch up if there's any bits that you've missed.
Thank you so much for coming along.
Absolutely. And like we said before, the new Maroon Monday Club badges available to buy from the link at the top. You're probably going to check your emails and find there's like 100.
I've already seen how many are in there because I had to open my emails for this.
How many?
Lots. There's like 20 or so.
Because there's no risk of us running out, is there?
Not today, no. But
I don't think we'll. I mean, unless people are buying like 300 at a time.
if people are buying 300, then we have a problem.
I know a lot of. I find it quite interesting. People bidding for what colour will be next. I think Great Eastern Railway Purple is up there for the next one. But
Sky blue pink with yellow dots on.
You can. It's enamel. I keep having to explain this to people. Enamel badges. You basically have the backing metal and one colour because of the way they're made. So people, please stop asking for rainbow coloured ones because it can't happen.
Stealth, transparent.
No. Great Eastern Railway Purple. Sarah Davis White is one that we thought about. Pink, definitely at some point.
And we've already done blue. I know which flag you're referencing.
OO Gauge Journey, Rail Freight Grey, definitely up there. I think Great Eastern Railway.
Warbler will put one aside for you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Great Eastern Railway Purple is probably my favourite pick for the next one. But we've only just launched the maroon ones, and of course we only order the next ones when we get down to the first low stock warning.
Yeah.
Dave Scott Railways, all good ideas. Great Western Brown, Eastern Orange. J. Paul Anderson says, Jenny, will you be getting the Bachmann LNWR coaches? Absolutely, yeah. I know they're doing the Muddle and Go Nowhere, the Midland and Great Northern livery. But actually, the London and North Western Railway one, I'm afraid, those are the ones for me. RG Models 86 says Highland Railway Yellow. Yeah, it's actually also London, Brighton, South Coast Railway Ochre. That is definitely there, yeah.
So Mark Wilson's been in his DeLorean again. He's gone to see the dawn of the diesels in the West Country.
Ooh.
Yes.
So, we're back on his layout. So I'm going to press hit the lever.
Kick the buttock.
Hit the lever. Yeah, improved engine green, says
Colourblind engineer's green, he says.
I think that was a myth. It's almost like, people had a sense of humour even back then. So
here's a fun one for you.
Yes.
Star Trek, the animated series in the 70s.
Yes.
Do you know why the Klingons wear pink?
A joke?
Because the person who coloured it was colourblind and thought it was grey.
Oh, nobody mentioned this.
No one mentioned it. They thought, actually, that looks pretty cool, so it stayed in. So all the pinks that are in the animated series aren't meant to be there.
Simon Train's Model Railway Showcase says apple green badges. We've already done green.
We have, but it's a darker green, yeah.
I think...
Actually, it wasn't. It was kind of apple green.
Can I just say, it was Eleniar Doncaster green, I think, wasn't it? Or was it it might have been Brunswick green. I don't know. Because we did green last, and incidentally, can I just say, there are a few green ones left.
There are, yes.
Very, very limited. So,
and to be honest with you, we're probably just going to bring them to shows.
And we made it, or the other option is, can we actually put up a link where it's basically buy a maroon and a green one together for £10 plus postage?
No problem with that, as long as I can work out how to do a low stock and a limitation on it, because we only have a handful left.
Yeah, we're literally...
bloody hell, that's real. There's no way that's not real.
Can I just... The manufacturer very, very kindly said, we've found another few of them. There you go at the show. So we have slightly more than the 4 that we thought we did. But we're going to try and work out how we can do a limited number. Because what we don't want is to put it up, have 100 people order it, and then have to refund everybody because actually there's only like 15 of them or something.
Yeah, there's like literally a handful left that we've managed to find. Yeah, we can work a link out there.
The alternative
this is just...
Can people leave a message when they order the badge? Is there a way of leaving a message?
No. I
There
specifically didn't do that in case too many people ask for the
Oh,
one
wow.
that we
Look at
don't
the
have.
lighting on this. Can I just say, natural light, look at the effect. That looks absolutely real. The shadows on the locomotive, that is incredible. Gary B says, I spoke to the driver of Tor Valley at the Severn Valley Railway when they painted it purple for the Queen's Jubilee. He was not impressed. However, I do believe that the marketing manager of the railway line says it's been one of the best marketing gimmicks that they've ever done.
I loved the purple. It was amazing.
Value is 56XX. If you want your badge weathered, then take it to TMC.
TMC will do it. Yeah.
They'll do the weathering, and they'll probably give you the Monday Club discount on the cost of doing the weathering.
This layout is superb.
It is a lovely layout. I like the beachfront with the little huts as well. When you see that, and the motor rail terminal. Mark Wilson's modelling is amazing. At some point, we're going to twist his arm and try and actually get to see these.
I love shots like this.
I say
adore it.
Cupboard Monkey and I.
I adore stuff like this, where it looks like you're in the model. I love it.
Ben Tullett says the blue badge matches my Severn Valley Railway cap I put it on. Excellent. One of the things that we are quite adamant is that we don't plan on duplicating colours. So they are truly limited edition. Once we've done a colour, we don't want to redo that colour.
Well, certainly not for a long time.
I mean, we may reach a point where there's some that are very close shades of colours. So we've done I think it's Brunswick green, actually. So we might do Eleanor apple green. That's fine. And the first blue is a dark blue. So sky blue is definitely in there as an option.
Oh, my goodness.
And Flymer Chemma one says, Jenny, there was also the notion of making smaller ones for mounting on locomotives as excursion planes. Again, I need to look into that. I believe that it may be difficult to make them smaller as pin badges.
That's why I haven't even mentioned that option. Because it's not going to happen.
That's an interesting point, actually. Tom Marshall Buggle Scully Station says, so does that mean I can sell those 2 green badges for £100 each and not tell you? Buggle Scully Station still has 2 of the green badges. So if you see Tom at shows and you really want a green badge, he has 2 for sale. Yep. And they are the same. They're not £100 each. They are the same £5 each.
Yeah, we haven't changed the price. Oh, my goodness.
That's the motor rail terminal at the back.
It just looks amazing.
Modeling. Wow, Andy Fryer's Junction. Oh, sorry, I thought he bought 7. Andy Fryer's Junction, that's Sawyer Model says, I've got 7, I think, of the green. So there are still some green ones actually out there that went to retailers. I think West Hill Wagon Works might also have a few green ones.
So actually,
if
you're at Sawyer Models in Lee, you could get one.
And can I say as well, actually, do let people know, because there's some people will go and spend a lot of money and don't understand that you can pay £5 for the badge and then get a discount that comes to more than £5.
These images are just perfect.
It is great.
It looks so good.
DJK666 says this layout reminds me of childhood holidays by train.
Oh, there's the beach huts.
Yeah, I told you. Oh, and Sawyer Models has got 2 00 club wagons and 1 O-gauge wagon in the shop as well. So if you are visiting Sawyer Models, then you can pick up some Monday club wagons.
There you go.
Support Sawyer Models. And he does give the badge discount, but it doesn't apply to special commissions.
And it doesn't apply to buying the badge.
Yes, you can't use the discount for actually buying the Monday Club wagons. Otherwise, we'd be selling them at a loss. Thank
you so much, Mark, for sending that in. That was
absolutely brilliant. Ravenheart Modelling says, are retailers looking at making special discounts for having 3 or more badge colours? You can ask, but there is no official discount for it. Doesn't stack.
Yeah, we haven't tried to do stuff like that.
No.
So, next up, we've got a message from Richard Swiderski and Jenny Jenkins.
Jenny Jenkins.
Could you read it out? Because it's a bit too far away from me.
Hi Jenny and Zoe, hope you are both fine and recovered from the Doncaster show.
Kind of.
A video for the Monday Clubbers showing Black 5 45212 passing Hertford Station in Cheshire on the 6th of February 2025 on a light engine and support coach move to Southall West Coast Rail Company. All the best and take care.
I think this
This is the same.
That's the same one from a different angle.
From a different place. So this is.
This will be fun.
So is it Warbler Productions?
Warbler and Richard are doing a bit of a competition here. Who gets to go in first?
Yes.
Here we go. The retailers are hoarding the badges to limit the losses.
Yes, don't forget to ask for your badge when buying stuff from them.
Yes, DJK 666, I think Sarah also said the same thing. It might be better to use 3D printing to make Monday Club headboards. Quite possibly, yes.
That's not something we can personally do.
That's not something we can do.
However, I believe Tom Marshall at Bugle Skelly Station might be somebody to talk to about
the same thing, yeah.
So, Tom, is that something perhaps we could do in conjunction with you, perhaps?
Yeah, we could probably talk to him.
Well, he's in the chat.
Yes. Tom, what do you think?
Is that something you'd be interested in doing?
That would be cool. Oh, my goodness. Look at the lights.
Worthington Model Railway has been in Mexico, California, and is on his way to Texas. Wow. Tom Marshall, Bugle Skelly Station says, sorry, I missed that. We're just wondering about, the head codes. Not the head codes, the headboards. So the Monday Club headboards, if it's more viable to 3D print them, and if that's something you might be interested in being involved with, because they need to be smaller than the Monday Club badge, but a similar design. Yeah. I don't know whether that's something that's viable. And then people can paint their own, you see.
Yeah, they could have all the colours they want. I do love proper steam out and about. It's so nice.
Warbler Production says, Richard lives a few miles further north than I do, so gets to see these southbound moves a bit earlier than I do, though I see the ones heading north earlier.
Yeah, you're all having a contest to see who can get your videos in.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking with you. I do love these videos.
Tom Marshall, Bugle Skelly Station says, yes, it would be possible if people paint themselves. I don't want to do it. Yeah, that's why I think they would be supplied unpainted and people would have to paint them themselves. Because otherwise it would be very, very expensive.
Yeah, thank you so much for sending that in, Richard. That was lovely. All right, I'll send you a message later on, Tom. Maybe we can sort something out. That'd be nice.
Because you've got the original graphic that the Monday Club badge was made from.
Yes. So we've got another message here from Mark Wilkes.
A.K.A. Xantec.
Yes. In the last lot of pictures, I had just slayed the grass. Oh, yeah, I remember, yeah. It was looking good as well. Well, here's a bit more work where we see a holiday park take shape next to the railway line as a hedge goes in along with some caravans. Okay.
So there seems to be a little bit of an issue with one of those caravans. Mavis, the caravan slipped off the cinder blocks again.
No, it hasn't. The doctor's arrived underneath it.
Are we doing overtime tonight?
Oh, we are.
Oh, my word. So this will be the last pictures. Gosh, we got carried away there. It's gone so quick. Oh, my word. How quick has it gone? Oh, TARDIS. I spotted the TARDIS. I'm looking through the comments. Yay! I got in there first.
Can you tell that Jenny doesn't listen to me? Because then I spotted it. This is really coming together. It's looking nice.
That is nice. This is Engage as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's engaging.
Engage.
I do love this. Oh, yes. Look at the speed of that choo-choo.
Ew. Can I just say one thing to watch out with this ballast bond is that I think it's got a little bit of IPA actually pre-mixed into it. So my eyes are watering from the IPA.
A little bit, yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
Oh, look at the cars of the time as well.
Is that a Sierra or something?
Don't know, but it's that kind of look. It reminds me of family holidays. Yeah. It's really nice. This is so good.
Don't forget to hit that like button, people. Yeah, absolutely Flymacho one. Consider sharing this to social media. Let other people know about the greatness that is the Monday Club.
Mark,
Your
that's coming together
online
really
model
well. Thank you so
railway
much.
club. And that's right. We're here for you and the community.
Absolutely.
And that's why we always say, get yourself a Monday Club badge and support the retailers that support your hobby.
Right, before we go any further, we're now going to have a quick message from our sponsors, TMC, the Model Centre.
Oh, the Monday Club is proudly sponsored by TMC, the Model Centre. Check them out at themodelcentre.com. The website features extensive stocks of new models as well as selective pre-owned items where you can track down that bargain you've always wanted. Pre-order with confidence all of the forthcoming models from all the manufacturers. TMC also offer a renumbering and renaming service so you can get the exact identity of locomotive that you want. Why not also check out their value weathering or go for something incredibly special with their bespoke service where you can choose from a more extensive weathered look right through to custom graffiti either off the peg or to a design of your choice. Check out TMC today at themodelcentre.com and start your model journey.
Thank you so much to TMC, the Model Centre.
Absolutely, they do help to keep the lights on. Now, there's a comment further back. Alex Burrows asks, does anyone know where I can find an 00 gauge model of the DJM 00 gauge J94 Austerity? Specifically the blue one named after the Reverend Wilbert Audrey that is the Dean Forest Railway. What I would suggest is certainly at shows like Doncaster, go and rummage all of the bargains. I saw quite a few DJM J94 stroke Hunslet Austerities there.
Yeah.
Not that specific one, but then also if you can build a rapport with retailers, ask them to keep an eye out, give your email address, and then if they get one in, they can send you a message. Certainly I've got Anorax Anonymous looking out for Gronks for me. So it can
You've
be done.
got every retailer under the sun looking out for Gronks for
Gronk
you.
Watch. But we are over time now. It's gone so quickly.
It really has.
Thank you so much for watching. Please do hit that like button. And we've got the link at the top for the new Maroon Monday Club wagons, Monday Club pin badges. Also, don't forget to get your 00 gauge and O gauge Monday Club wagons. We need to clear the decks ready for ordering the next Monday Club wagon, which will be a ventilated van, and we're looking to commission that from Rapido. So we'll be able to announce that probably it'll be sort of May time. But until next time, you guys take great care of yourself. Happy modelling. Bye for now.
Bye. The train now departing is the 2106 service to Grove Street Yard, stopping at Mineth Tatis, Tatis Newith, Boxton on File, Boxton Junction, Hookleton on the Hill, that unnamed land that Jenny said had a name and it turned out it didn't have a name, Bolton Trinity Road, Eindhoven, Pittsburgh somehow, Butts Farting, all change at 3 cocks for Lord Hereford's Knob, and then on to Grove Street Yard. That's the 2105 service to Grove Street Yard. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Good
Also,
night.
don't forget that your live streaming goodness will continue over on Gamehammer Classic Gaming. You'll get a prompt at the end of this stream, and you just click the button and you'll be straight on over to Gamehammer Classic Gaming All Request Monday. So, Monkey of Madness, what are you actually playing on the Monday night?
It's the All Request Retro Game Show. Tonight we're having an Amstrad CPC special, and we're probably going to be playing some 8-bit James Bond, so 008-bit it up.
Oh, I see what you did there. Good night, everybody. Take
Good
care.
night. Please note, the next train arriving at platforms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is coming in sideways.
Alex Burrow says, one with that, I live in America. I would suggest keep an eye out at Ellis Clark Trains.
Yes.
is a good place. Maybe even send Ellis a message explaining what you're after, and for them to be on the lookout for. They do post overseas, so they will post to the US. Also check out Rails of Sheffield and of course TMC, the Model Centre. So just really just contact different retailers.
Yeah. And of course, if you use some of the trunk services, it helps as well.
TMC does have a trunk service.
If you're planning to buy a few things, a trunk service is a really good way of keeping those costs down for postage.
Oh, hell, I only just spotted Alan Reynolds of Buckland Junction, aka PVA J Cloth Alan. I didn't see you in. It's great to see you. Always find you out. Anyway, Monkey, are you going to go and start up the
Oh my
stream?
goodness, yes, I have to go.
No,
I'm
she
at
just
work.
sat there gazing at the stars.
I'm sorry, it's been
Take
a fun
this
night.
with you.
Thank you. I'll take my tram and my books, please. My books on trams.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What do you want to do in the box?
I want the box as well, but you keep that for the moment because I can only hold so many things. I've got to go on retro game.
Come on, yeah, you go in retro game. People are waiting. Like
there
me,
you are.
I need to go for a wee.
I didn't need to know that.
Yes, you did. It was important.
Pokemon, gotta shunt them all.
I thought you just sat there staring into space.
It's been a long week.
Just space.
It's been a long weekend.
All I wanted to do was go into space, man. Gonna put a rocket up your bottom. Woo. Well, let's fire off some of the sound. What have we got with sound in? Thank you so much, Andy Friars Junction. Much appreciated. And of course, we will be doing at some point another live stream from Sawyer Models. That really did go down very, very well. Probably going to look at doing maybe a Saturday at some point. So watch this space. Be a great opportunity to witness the Monday Club on tour. And of course, statements will be taken afterwards. Oh, thank you so much, Andrew Bettis. That's incredibly generous of you. Thank you for donating $1.99 on the Super Chat. Really do appreciate that. And no doubt we'll be putting all of these towards more Gronks, because you can never have too much Gronks. I think at some point probably we'll do a let's have a look at all the Gronks that Jenny's got video. It might be quite a long video, to be honest with you. Sorry, come on, give me my mouse back. How you doing? Beep beep. Did you say you're live? Okay. So, just hearing from the Cupboard Monkey, the Game Hammer Classic Gaming is just about to go live. So, you'll shortly be given a prompt to head straight on over, and your live streaming goodness will continue with retro gaming all request Monday. But from me here, then thank you everybody who's supported the Monday Club badge scheme. As we always say, use your badges to help support the retailers that support your hobby. And there's a full list on the website. We're also looking to sign up some more retailers, so do look out for that. We'll announce them when everything is confirmed. But until next time, please hit the like button and catch you later.